Hey, welcome back. It's Pam's Daily Dose this morning. Time check, please me to 26 minutes past 10 o'clock. And me been mentioning him, I mentioned you guys, Sebayin got one very important guest inside the studio this morning. And two of them, they called Bill and Bill. Okay, they're both Bills. And I also am related to a Bill, so it makes like big happy bills. All right. So yes, Tuvla producers, film producer, and one him come all the way from Australia. Blow him make him some say him make one study, one feasibility study. Blow find him out supposed to way any good. Blow by him make him produce some film. Blow place. And this film about one tribe, one not like Vanuatu tribe, but just like one tribe as a whole, one village tribe, where only welcome him some foreigners only come inside, and then another tribe will start blow chalus. Emi just one resume no more blow story and blow one movie we bani travel making. And what I me understand say this kind of film making it's one of its biggest kind of Vanuatu by me to save witness him too, and by me involve in planting man, and also by me save look to how him to save involve him environment me too use the environment of Vanuatu with them all people natives blow only act low movie, but that's just one small thing. No more when we start talk about you. He got more of the details blame with him Bill himself inside the studio, blow himself a story and limit to about, and that is very interesting. The title blow movie whereby he'll start look forward blow can produce him Gardens of War. It sounds interesting already. So thank you, Bill, for accepting our invitation, coming in for talk about Gardens of War. When did this thing to start blow producing this movie? What inspired you in the first place for that?
I've been making movies started with the BBC, making movies in the Amazon and Borneo, in West Papua, mainly documentaries. And always there was a crazy something that happened, with the crew. Somebody got sick, somebody broke a leg or something, there was always some tragedy that happened because you're in the remote, you go to really remote places. Like one time I went to Papua. It took me 21 days before we shot the first shot. 21 days from London. I was living in London. By the time we got all the way down, across Indonesia, into the highlands, into this tribe, it was 21 days. So it's very difficult, some of these places, and anything can happen. And so I started thinking about what could happen, and action. I wanted to make an action movie set in the tribal world. But I didn't want to make an anthropological true film. I wanted it to be more hip. I wanted it to be more like a Hollywood film, like Raiders of the Lost Ark or Apocalypto by Mel Gibson. A lot of action. So you're using tribal people, but it's not exactly the same tribe. I don't want to say this is that tribe or that's that tribe. No, this is just remote Melanesian people living in a Highland clan. Who wind up fighting with another Highland clan because of this film crew. Okay. They were at peace for a long time. They used to be fighting. They were at peace. Now the film crew comes in and they disturb that peace. We'll be bringing crews from both countries here. But the supporting team in the makeup, in the hair, and in the continuity and the design will be trying to find the best talent we can from within Vanuatu.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were working with people like the Cultural Center and One Small Bag and people who have experience in...
Alright, so Ni Vanuatu's will be also acting like actors. Have you found any actors already?
Not yet. But the leading lady is from Australia. She's the producer of this documentary they're making, and the director of that documentary is an American actor. So they'll be top actors, right?
All right.
And then
Tom Cruise?
Next rolls down are the tribal people that they meet.
Okay.
And they'll all be from Vanuatu.
Oh, okay.
And we'll have a casting agent.
Yeah.
And we'll be bringing people in and we'll be getting them to play certain parts and shooting them on film and seeing what they look like, see how strong they are and how good looking they are.
So what's the challenge here? Because it's the first time you're coming to film in Vanuatu. What do you think it's like something that is going to put like a challenge? Of course,
finding people who can take those roles, people, because if you're in you need the head of electrics, the head of lighting. He needs 2 people below him, right?
Okay, yeah.
So what you have to find somebody who knows something about electricity, but also willing to work for 30 days.
30 days non-stop.
You know, 5 times 6, 6-day weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's tough. 10-hour days, non-stop. 'Cause
Non-stop.
You're spending a lot of money every day. It's a big budget film, $5 million.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
So you're spending a lot of money every day. So you need good people who are quick and know what they're doing and also want to be there.
Yeah.
So you got them, and then also you have the actors and the actresses. Have extras, like maybe 40 to 50 extras, because it's two clans.
Yeah.
And then you have the supporting leading roles.
Okay.
Yeah. One woman and 4 guys.
Okay. So yes, listen up, fellas. Especially you interested, you want them Aki, just like stay tuned, ears up, watch them, take them out, Kolkata news online, where you find them out, suppose where you interested plus have audition, because what here Billy Mitch Tatalem no only want them all mind where only got interest lo walk, blow like non-stop 30